This is why I make these videos, to save the young people from themselves. As I've said before in the past, a smart man learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. And the greatest men, they observe the mistakes of others and they spread the knowledge so that other people don't have to make the same mistake. As I've also said in the past, a council house is a place where you can find every poor life decision. Someone who has a drug addiction, you can find them in a council house. Alcohol addiction, no financial discipline, someone who dropped out of school, someone who dropped out of university, someone that didn't bother get a trade, someone that's got 5 baby dads. Every poor life decision, you can find that in a council house. Imagine this. Met a man today who is mid-60s, yeah? So basically retirement age, hit retirement. So he said to me, yeah, he was at work earlier. That's why I had to get to his house at a certain time because he was already at work. So I'm chatting to him and I said to him, so, because he mentioned how old he was. So I'm like, oh, so are you technically retired, but you still work a couple of days just to keep yourself busy and that? And he said, well, yeah, but the reason why he needs to work as well, just for a little bit extra money and that. Because I said, oh yeah, I heard that the certain pensioners and that, because their pension isn't enough, you know, they have to work a couple of days. And he said, yeah, basically the pension should be going up to near 900. I get about 855 or something. It should be going up to near 900 apparently. But yeah, the couple of days that I do work, I get just a little over $1,000 a month. And he said, but that's enough for me to live on. I'm thinking to myself like, what? Young people, I beg you. You're a young person watching this right now. And when I say young, I mean anything under 35, yeah? You're watching this right now. I beg you make something of your life so that you don't have to get to 65 and live on £1,000 a month. Right, he said his rent is covered, whatever in it, council tax is covered, whatever. But a man has £1,000 to live on. So you basically have £1,000. That's got to pay for gas, water, electric, food, you know, excursions, running your car and that. Like £1,000 a month would be okay in the 1940s or even the 1970s and that. But this is fucking 2025. The cost of living's gone up. The base rate's gone up. Interest rates are high. Everything is expensive. You do not want to be one of these people scrimping and saving on £1,000 a month. I don't give a fuck if all your expenses are paid off for. Do you know what? I don't give a fuck, yeah, if after all his expenses was paid, he had £1,000 to blow. That's not enough. Do you think I want to get to 65 years old knowing that I grew up in a country where there were so many opportunities for me to then end up in a position where I even after expenses are paid off, all expenses have only £1,000 to blow. Yo, I want to be in a position where after all expenses are paid, I have £5,000 to blow. Literally to throw down the drain. Wouldn't make no difference. Re-up on the next £5,000 next month. You got to work hard. You got to make that sacrifice. You got to get yourself a skilled trade education. When you get that skilled trade education, work all the hours under the sun. When you get that money, save that money. Make investments so that that hard work that you put in, working all those hours underneath the sun, you can use that money to invest in something that's going to bring you back a return. Because what is the point of going to work? Certain people don't even know why they're working. You work to provide a decent lifestyle for yourself and if you have children, but to be able to save money, most importantly, to invest in something that can bring you back a return so that one day you don't have to work all those hours under the sun. Imagine doing 14-hour days as a 60-year-old man. Now, I know there's some African man or some Eastern European man doing 60-hour days. Yeah, because they come from an environment where they didn't have opportunities and that. So them man, they work like they're 20 years old. I've met them. I know 60-year-old man doing 14-hour shifts. They were working under me when I was at that infamous Auburn job. Man from eastern parts of Europe and that. But if you're born and grow in this country, or you're from somewhere like America or Canada or Luxembourg or Sweden, you should not have to be doing these mad hours at age 60 years old. So get yourself a skill, trade, education, become self-employed if you can. Work overtime if it's available. And you know what, if it's not available, find a job where you can work overtime. You should be wanting to be doing 12-hour days minimum, 14-hour days and that. Not forever, but at some point. So get yourself a skill, trade, education, find a job that you can work as a self-employed person and also do overtime. Once you save that, once you get that money, save it. Don't go and buy a Mercedes. Don't go and splash it out on no fucking holiday. Save the money, invest it. Because we don't want to just be sitting on 100 grand. What's sitting on 100 grand? How's that going to help you? Money, you have to see money like little workers, little send-outs. You must have heard about send-outs on the ends back in the day where the elders would go and make youths go run, do this and do that, bring me back the money and that. Or bring me back this, I'll go and shot it and then break you off a little £10. Your money is like a little send-out. You send it out and it's supposed to bring you back a return. That's the only way you're going to reach financial freedom, when you can earn money in your sleep, or at least passively, where you're just sitting down and doing nothing. Obviously, in the initial primordial stages, you have to put in the work. But at some point, you want to be able to sit back and not do nothing and earn some money. Obviously, at the moment, I don't earn big money from YouTube or TikTok. But what I'm saying is, I was saying this in the live stream yesterday, you know, I earn money in my sleep, literally. God forbid man went to jail, I'd still be making money. So, yeah, man, I thought I had to make this video today because I can't believe that there's actually an individual living on £1,000 a month. And obviously, I mentioned afterwards that, after all expenses are paid off, I have £1,000 to blow. Now, it's not after all expenses are paid. This person lives on 1,000. This £1,000 has got to pay for food, water, gas, electric, if he keeps the gas on, even if starring, you know, if he even turns the gas on, car insurance, petrol, all of that. Imagine being in a position where you only got £1,000 to live on. 1,000. Yo, I'll earn that in. £1,000 for me is a shit week. Up until last week, or the week before, I was working Saturdays. My invoices were £2,000 per week. I didn't say per month. My invoices were £2,000 per week. Yeah, minimum, yeah? Most of them were like 2,200, 2,400. Imagine 2,400 per week. The weekend work stopped, so then I was getting paid like 1,700. I saw the 1,700. I didn't even want to submit the invoice. 1,700 for that 1 week. There's me with the straw. Only getting paid 1,700. Now they looked at me like, yo, Jay, you're getting paid 1,700 for the week. I'm like, I don't care. Yeah? And imagine, yeah, that's a week. A bad week for me, like 1,700. Imagine having 1,700 to live on, you know, for the month. Let alone £1,000 for the month. Anyway, young people, you gotta put the fucking work in. Yeah. If you wanna be like your man Jay, yeah, 32, sitting on 5 properties and that, put the fucking work in. You can do it. If I had someone to make videos and guide me at your age, let's say you're 21 or 22, whatever, and that, I would be further ahead. So imagine I had this brain, but I went back to my 21-year-old stage. At 32, which I'm currently at now with 5 properties, I would have about 8 or 9 or 10. But obviously, if you don't know, you don't know, innit? So you lot know. So you lot getting free game, free gems. Take advantage of it, man. Anyway, man, that's it for today, man. Just tell you what, it's ton, though.